Hey guys, I'm Rich from NeoWin, and today we're unboxing the OnePlus 7T. So, obviously this is a very big box. There's not just a OnePlus 7T in here. They made some serious improvements, right? I've reviewed the OnePlus 7 Pro, I've reviewed the OnePlus 7 Pro 5G. I haven't reviewed the OnePlus 7 because OnePlus does this kind of weird thing where they release some models and some aren't. They never used to do that when they had just unlocked phones, like the old days of OnePlus, we all remember. But so now that they never released the OnePlus 7 here. The OnePlus 7T Pro hasn't been announced yet. I believe that's coming on October 10th, and I believe that's not coming here either. So I kind of have this mixed bag of the Pro of the last generation and the non-Pro of this generation. But they took a lot of those features from the Pro and they put it in the 7T, which is really cool, such as the 90 hertz AMOLED display, which is awesome. In fact, there are a few things that are different. If you look, we have the curved edges on the sides of the OnePlus 7 Pro. That's not there. That's going to be flat. Also, this is 1440p 90 hertz AMOLED, and this is going to be 1080p. But I like that it's going to be flat, and I think that 1080p is going to be fine. There are also going to be some design changes that we'll take a look at. This is Nebula Blue, and I'm also... the new color is Glacier Blue, and the pictures made it look like it's pretty much the same. So this is the media kit, and OnePlus always puts together phenomenal media kits. And so there's a lot going on here. It's a box. Whoa! Look at the way that opens up. It doesn't just open up to the sides. No, it can't be that simple, can it? Okay, so we're gonna look at everything that's in here. OnePlus. Let's look at that first. See what's in here. Oh, we got a little book, and this is the reviewer's guide, which I actually have in PDF. I've read the whole thing, but yeah, it's it's a reviewer's guide. They put together really fancy reviewer's guides. I don't even know if I even like it. It's a little much sometimes. A little cloth for cleaning the device. We'll keep that out. That's definitely going to come in handy. But we'll put the book back inside, just to protect it, because they really put so much work into it, and I'm never going to read it because I've read it already. So, yeah. But that's what's in this packet. Like I said, there's a lot, just look at the way this box opens. It's wild. I don't know. They put a lot of work into this. Here's the device itself, if I can get this out. This isn't a rather tall box, but yeah, so that's cool. Over here, we have another book, and that wasn't so easy to get out, but this is, actually use a screwdriver to get it out. This, I assume, is just a blank notebook, maybe. Let's just take a look. See, it says never settle on the front, which is nice, and all that. Anything in the book? No, it's just a blank notebook that you can use, and it's another thing that it's got a little slot for a little folder in the back. That's cool. Again, not really my thing. They always have a little bit of swag in their box, which is it's cool. Cases for the phone. All right, we have this looks like the sandstone black one, which is nice. There's this one. And then of course OnePlus Red. You notice there's a lot of red in this box. It's obviously a signature color of OnePlus. I have to say I like that they always send the sandstone black case. And if you're not familiar with OnePlus, there's a lot of history behind that sandstone black, because the original OnePlus One, that was the color it came in. It was this black. They call it sandstone black, and it was textured. And if you've ever had the sandstone black case, that's exactly what it felt like. There was also like a silk white, but it was a weird time with these. You needed an invitation to buy the phone, and most of the invitations were just for the sandstone black, which was 64 gigabytes, and the white was 16 gigabytes. So that was the one that was out there. That was the original color, and then you could swap out the back of the phone. They had a bamboo one. So obviously there's... Sandstone black goes back to the very beginnings of what OnePlus ever offered. This doesn't have anything in it, right? No, this is empty. A lot of pieces here. We have headphones. Is this Bullet headphones? Yes, this is Bullets Wireless 2, which I believe was already in the press kit for the OnePlus 7 Pro, if that's when it came out, but I one of the press kits had it. So I believe that's everything that's in this box. It's, like I said, there's so much here. This box still weighs like a few pounds. I assume there's nothing else in here because I tried to find other stuff. It's just weights. It's a heavy box. I gotta say, it's a heavy box. So here we have the device itself. So there's a tab right here that we can pull open. Oh, that was stuck to that. So, all right, and we'll just get this plastic off. This is not going to come off easily. This one has 8 gigs of RAM and 128 gigabytes of storage. It is Glacier Blue. It doesn't come with 12 gigs of RAM. It's only 8, but you can get it with 256 gigs of storage. The 7 Pro is offered with 12 gigs of RAM. The 7 Pro 5G is not. But just so you know, there's some difference. There's some benefits to the 7 Pro still, even though a lot of it has been brought over to the 7T. So let's just read the box. This is the OnePlus 7T. It's the culmination of all our design and engineering efforts and crafted for those who, like us, always strive for the best. And I'll give them some credit there. They do strive for the best these days. I wasn't always a big fan of their phones. I always appreciated the value that they offered for the price. But as far as actually just being the best phone out there, they never really pulled that off until, I'd say, the 7 Pro. So it's probably my favorite Android phone on the market. Hopefully this is, better. I saw some people saying they like it better, so I'm excited about that. So we got a couple things. We have an invitation letter in here, which needs to be peeled off. Friend. Isn't that nice? OnePlus was built on the belief that the way things are isn't good enough. You can't challenge the status quo without being relentless in your pursuit of improvement. When hard work alone isn't enough, remember that constant refinement is only possible through collaboration. Just as our community inspires us to innovate and perfect, our technology aims to empower you. Great technology doesn't distract you from your dreams, but enables them. Never compromise on the values that brought you here and continue to pursue your passions. We can't wait to see what you achieve. Welcome to the OnePlus community. Never settle. Sincerely, Pete. And that's Pete Lau. One thing I gotta say, it just right built on the belief that the way things are isn't good enough. And one of the things that OnePlus was built on, remember that OnePlus One, I had the OnePlus One, it was a $350 phone. And what was cool about it is that it was offering the same specs that $650 phones were offering. And at the time, $650 was the price of the flagship phone. So, if you got an iPhone, a Samsung Galaxy S, whatever it was at the time, it was about $650, maybe $699. And, the OnePlus One was $350. And that was a huge deal. It had a Snapdragon 800, I want to say. It might have been 801, something like that. So that price was always the differentiator. But you notice that their phones are getting more expensive. This phone starts at $599, which is closer to what the flagship phones cost back then. But of course, flagship phones are getting more expensive. The iPhone 11 Pro costs $1,000. It starts at $1,000. The Pro Max is $1,100. Case. Comes with a case. Right, you notice they sent me a bunch of cases, even though it does come with a case. It comes with a clear case. I have the clear case for the OnePlus 7 Pro. I use it. It's fine. Mostly what it's good for is just protecting against a slippery phone. Here's a SIM pin, which is an excellent piece of cardboard for a slim pin. USB Type A to Type C adapter, and then of course our Warp Charge 30T USB Type A adapter. It looks like it's the same. I'm not that familiar with Warp Charge 30T. It's funny, they wrote different things in different places. One said 18% faster, one said 23% faster, and that's a combination of hardware and software improvements. So, it's still 30-watt charging, though. I don't know if the hardware improvements include improvements in the charger itself. It doesn't seem to be, because it seems to be the same charger, so I assume it's improvements in the device. Okay, so that's nice. All right, let's get some of this stuff back in the box. Then we're gonna look at the phone. See, like I said, you're probably gonna want to use that case. OnePlus phones have a history of being very slippery, and so one of the things that you're gonna want to do is put a case on it, if only so it doesn't slide off of tables and break. Here it is, guys. It's you got the round camera module, and I kind of love it. I do. I kind of love round camera modules. You know, obviously, I come from a background of reviewing a lot of Windows phones, and that was a thing. You know, one of our writers actually wrote that in an article. I'm like, no, it wasn't. It was just the 1020. And then kind of mentioned I thought about it for a while, and it's like, actually, he was right. You know, we had the Lumia 1020, then the 830 had that look as well, and the 950 XL, and like it's just round camera modules kind of look cool. There's just a clean look to them, and I wish Huawei would send me the Mate 30 as well, because I just think it's a cool look. So yeah, but I have a OnePlus 7 Pro over here, and we can take a look at the difference between these two colors. A big difference, obviously. No, this is Glacier Blue, this is Nebula Blue. So we can see that there's a little bit of difference. The Nebula Blue kind of goes from a dark purple to a blue, and this mostly the same blue. Maybe it's a little darker on top. All right, guys, I'm going to be honest with you. There was some serious weirdness. Oh, you can see it now. Yeah, the weirdness is back. So we have this yellowness on one half of the display. It goes away at some points, and then apparently it comes back. So it's installing an update right now, and hopefully it will fix that issue. Yeah. So anyway, let's take a closer look. Yeah, so there's our Nebula Blue and our Glacier Blue. It's like flavors of Gatorade. It's, you know what, like, what is it, Glacier Frost, Glacier Freeze, something like that. That's what this is. It's the light blue one. And then we have the dark blue flavor. But really, the flavors are just blue. You know, camera module preference? I don't know. It's a matter of preference. We can take a look at the display here, right? So this is our OnePlus 7 Pro display. All right, I think that's finally setting up. One thing I do like about the OnePlus 7T display a lot better is just that it's flat. One of the things I really don't like phones that have these curved edges here. It's very common these days. Samsung does it, Huawei does it. It's very common, but it just makes it a little harder to use. And when you're holding a phone like this, you get touches on the sides accidentally. It's a pain. I like flat phones like this. I think this is perfect. We're going to go for Vivid. Let's go for the recommended font. And let's go with navigation bar and gestures. I'm obviously going to have to send this phone back. There's things happening here. Right, got it. As swipes, yeah. Swipe up from the bottom. Is that going to take me to the home screen? Hopefully. Please let me. Okay. I really don't need a tutorial, but thanks anyway. Yeah, I like that it's flat, but another thing you'll notice is that there is a teardrop notch. And the OnePlus 7 Pro did not have a notch, and the reason for that is, if you don't recall, pop-up camera, which is nice. But there's no pop-up camera here. Let's allow. Oh, and we have a nice little animation there. Yeah, so this is 1080p. I don't think that the lower resolution is going to make any meaningful difference to anybody. It's 1080p on a phone this size is fine. You're not going to notice a difference. Remember, 1080p has the same amount of pixels whether it's on a 6.5-inch phone or if it's on a 55-inch TV. So, fitting that all onto this size, I really think it's fine. I think 1080p is the sweet spot. It doesn't affect battery life much. And, yeah, it's great. I mean, I pointed out that animation there just because that 90 hertz refresh rate, like you can see it, just how smooth it is just using the phone. Another advantage that this has over the 7 Pro is that it does have a Snapdragon 855 Plus processor, which is a chipset that Qualcomm announced a couple months ago, but it's made for gaming phones rather than the regular 855. So that's why you're still seeing 855 based phones coming out, because this chipset really is built for gaming phones. But OnePlus put it in the 7T, which is awesome. And the screen is 6.55 inches AMOLED, so that's the important thing. This screen is the important thing. It's 190 grams. It doesn't feel as heavy as the OnePlus 7 Pro did, but I kind of have to double check those specs. Maybe it's around the same, I don't know. But I always felt like this was kind of a heavy phone. But yeah, awesome device. The only problem is, usually I say that I'll have a review in a couple weeks. I'm not sure. I might have to send this thing back because there are obviously some problems with this display. So do we have a system update? 110 megabyte improve the system stability. There's no S, it's misspelled. Improve the camera effect. Improve the screen display effect. Optimize the screen sliding effect. Optimize the sound effect when calling. Fix some other known issues. We're going to download and install that right now. Remember, this does ship with Android 10, which is what they're calling Oxygen OS 10. Oxygen OS is OnePlus's version of Android. And what I've got on the 7 Pro right now is actually the beta for Oxygen OS 10. And the thing about that is that they came out with this like days, not even a week after the second beta came out. So I'm sure they had an early version of it installed on this phone, and hopefully it works out. Hopefully I can have a review for you in a few weeks because I am so pumped about this phone. I know it's going to be a great phone. It always is, and well, not always. Like I said, the 7 Pro is the first one where I was really like, wow, and so. I know I'll have that wow here as long as the display is good, So that's it, guys. I'm Rich from NeoWin. Have a great night.